Destroys the night, night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide. Rain to sea, wind to sea, day to day, hour to hour. Bring on to the other side. Bring on to the other side. Bring on to out. Oh yeah! Bring on to, bring on to, bring on to, bring on to.
One of the things you might miss if you don't watch it over and over again every morning to celebrate, like I do when I wake up, is that the car from Rock Band 1 drives by through the alley in the first shot with like the guy on top of the car and the music playing just for like a split second. Easter eggs. You haven't seen that?
No, I didn't know that.
Come on, Brian, pay attention.
Wow.
What were you designing?
Jesus Christ.
So, yeah, today we figured we'd pretty much open the floor up to you guys to ask questions. I'll give you a little bit of an introduction to who we are and what we do, and we'll take any questions after that. So first, John Drake.
Yeah, good aspect ratio on that one. I'm psyched. You want me to introduce myself? Is that what that?
No, I'm not going to introduce you.
No, go ahead. You can introduce me if you want, but... Alright, so I'm John. I'm like the frontman guy for Harmonix. I'm like the manager of communication.
And the main drag.
And the main drag. And I do special projects, and I do Rock Band Network. And I'm all over the place playing this game on the road, and I've met, like, I think all of you before. So that's cool. We're all friends. Yeah, and I'm here to make sure that Dan doesn't say anything he's not supposed to say. Because last year at our panel at PAX East, Chris Foster announced that we had harmonies in Rock Band 3, and I had to come into the middle of the panel and tackle him. So this year, I'm going to stay on stage and tackle people from here.
That's why we can't do nice things.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck you.
The guy on the right here is Aaron Traits.
I'd actually like you to introduce me, Dan.
Aaron Traits. What hasn't been said about Aaron Traits? Stand-up man, humanitarian to all, good ice cream eater, and also has to deal with John Drake on a daily basis.
Yeah, I know, right? It's true. I am awful.
In addition to that, I am also the Harmonix community manager. I am on the forums as HMX Henry. I am answering your support emails. I am hanging out with you at awesome events like PAX. And I am here to make sure that John Drake does not tackle any of you.
Well, I'd like to see you stop me. Yeah, iPad. What are you doing to that beer? Why are you doing that?
It's
for your homies?
That's right, pouring one out.
For the okay, I didn't know if you were
That's
just
right.
being wasted.
Yeah, plus I don't really know what to do with liquor, so it's a big mystery. Dan, I'd actually appreciate an intro as well.
Brian Chan. Brian Chan and I crossed paths a long time ago, and I had no recollection of who he was, but we hired him anyway. And he is an amazing Rock Band design guy. He was a senior on Rock Band 3. He handled a lot of like metagame and sort of gameplay side. Mr. Road Challenges, I should say. He is awesome, and I miss him.
I missed you too, Dan.
Yeah, Dan moved.
Yeah, this is me. I figured I may as well join the embarrassing picture thing.
Are you having like rectal surgery in this photo?
I just really like planes a lot.
Is that a hang glider simulator?
It's the Wright Brothers simulator. God.
Sorry.
So,
Tiny
up until recently I worked with these guys. I was the lead designer on Rock Band 3. And then I left a couple of months ago, and I'm now lead designer at Twisted Pixel Games. Which leads me to the shameless plug section of this. Stop by our booth. We have t-shirts, we have posters, we're giving away 360s. There's Chainsaws playing Donuts Go Nuts on a ukulele. You should come. There are a bunch of people who couldn't be here that we should probably call out who also did like huge design contributions. Sylvain Dubrofsky, who's a senior designer who did a lot of the pro stuff. He's like completely insane.
He's actually completely insane. Like I spent a week and a half on the road with him, and I now can say for sure that he's actually out of his fucking mind.
There's Grace Willems, which you might recognize as a prefab in Rock Band 2. She did a lot of the customization stuff in RB3. Casey Malone, who did a lot of the career in Rock Band 3 and a lot of the player investment, and also Casey Malone of Casey Malone song fame. And Doug Church, who came in for a little bit and gave us a bit of a hand as well.
They're all good people.
2 things we can't talk about.
What's that?
No DLC questions.
More Muse!
Within reason. Yeah, if you say more Muse, I will come down there and shove this microphone down your throat. No, yeah, we'll come, I mean, it's within reason. But yeah, we're not going to tell you future DLC just because you ask. It's not going to happen. Don't try it.
And no legal questions. Because we are not lawyers.
But we should send us our actual lawyer. That would make me super happy.
But besides that, everything's fair game. I have like an iPad here full of videos and pictures and stuff if you ask like questions that are relevant. So if anyone has any questions, otherwise we can have... B-Chan has prepared questions in case no one wanted to ask questions.
Right. We can moderate our own... I have lots of questions about Rock Band 3. I have no idea how it works. I don't know how to demonstrate
You guys tell us about Rock Band 3.
Yeah, what do you know about Rock Band 3?
Turn the table.
Yeah, but do we have folks who want to... Is there a line for questions? What's going on with that? You got... Oh, look at... You're standing in the shadows.
There's a guy lurking in the shadows of a microphone. You guys should line up near him and take his
You can
mic.
probably see him fine, but we have lights in our eyes.
Yeah.
Here was code.
Oh, we have some takers.
Good, let's get this going. We're going to stay here all day until all of your questions are answered. I'm going to filibuster the shit out of PAX. We will not vote this through. What's your question, sir?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm awesome. Thank you for asking.
No problem. That was your one question. Hey, I had a question about the stuff that has keyboards in it for Rock Band 1 and 2.
Yes.
Is that going to start utilizing the keyboard?
So, should I take this one?
You should take that.
I'll take this one. I'm going to parrot, I'm going to parrot what Daniel Sussman, our project lead on Rock Band 3, project director on Rock Band 3 said. We have the technology to update older songs with downloadable content for keyboards and pro guitar and pro bass, maybe even harmonies. 2 things. 1, keep in mind, especially any of you who are familiar with the Rock Band network, there are no keyboard audio streams in those old songs. There's like actual substantial changes, so if you miss a note in the keyboard goes away, which is something we think is really important to gameplay. And it's a lot of fucking work. So when you're like, why doesn't it all work on day 1? You guys are lazy. Harmonics, stupid. 2,000 songs that don't work. Fuck you. That's not a reasonable thing to say to me, and I will not respect it. But so we've asked people to go on to rockband.com and sort of give us some information on the forums, what they'd like to see updated with keyboards. There's some standout songs that I think we could all like guess what people are really excited about. Yeah, probably Journey. Don't stop believing. Don't stop believing. But for right now, we're focused on launching Rock Band 3, the first slate of DLC. The DLC going forward with keyboards will all have keyboards, and then I think we're going to do some selective updating of the back catalog. We don't have a timeline or calendar. We don't have pricing. We don't have information about how it's going to work yet. And sorry that we don't have more information, but we are eagerly excited about hearing what you guys want to say. Say it respectfully, say it politely. If you come onto our forums and yell more Muse 40 times, and then at the bottom ask for like Boston, like we're probably not going to fucking see the Boston thing. We're just going to delete your post. So that's the answer to your question for now.
Cool, thank you very much.
Awesome.
What can you say about Rock Band Network on PS3?
You can buy select Rock Band Network songs now in the Rock Band music store. It's
5 new songs every week?
5 new songs every week. Is this also me? Jesus Christ.
I can take it if
you can. You can take it. You want to take a stab at it?
Yeah.
Let's see what you say.
Let's drag this panel into the ground.
You're an efficient spokesperson.
Watch Dan.
Hey, I'm a Xbox Live developer right now. No, I'll be nice.
Be nice.
I mean, a lot of it just comes down to what the platform holders give us. Like the reason we did RBN on RB2 and like 360 and RB3 and all that kind of stuff is because Microsoft has the XNA platform there, and we can leverage all of their peer reviewing and payment payment across multiple territories, like this huge, massive infrastructure. And I mean, it's like I said, that Sony and Nintendo don't have platforms and stuff like that. Like if Sony does something like XNA for PS3, or if Nintendo does something like that, or provides us with those abilities, I mean, well, I can't talk about the future because I don't know about the future.
So we're actually speccing Rock Band Network 2.0 right now in the studio. We're wrapping Rock Band 3 up. The thing I touched, there's 2 sides of Rock Band Network. There's the consumer side, which is what most people probably care about. It's like, when can I buy more tracks? And that's a pipeline like size bandwidth issue, right? So we're putting a ton of tracks out on PS3. it's not an automatic pipeline processing. Producers work really hard making those tracks all go live and checking the first party. So it's just how many songs we can submit a week to Sony about that stuff. And we're trying to increase that over time, get more and more tracks every week for you. It does take a lot of work on our end to convert those files and resubmit them. And on the flip side of that, there's the pipeline issue, right? Of like being able, as a content provider, to turn your own songs from 360 to PS3. And I have 23, 24 songs that I've authored for Rock Band Network. I would love all of them to be on the PS3. But it's literally that pipeline does not exist on the PS3. So right now there won't be audition mode in Rock Band 3 for PS3. There won't be tools for the PS3 that are specific, in terms of Magma or anything like that. We eagerly wait for the day that we can bring that stuff to PS3, but it's not just on us. It's a whole bunch of back-end stuff with Sony that we need to take care of.
Thanks.
Boom. Answer. I will get a call from our Sony producer in 5 minutes.
Well, everyone's obviously excited about the keyboard support. Will there be like a second volume of Beatles Rock Band containing keyboards so we can do like Let It Be and Hey Jude and other Beatles songs?
So you owe me $5 because there's less than 5 questions before we get a Beatles DLC question.
I'll buy you a drink at Happy Hour. I know some
Amazing.
spots downtown.
So,
John, while you're here, is there any more Beatles DLC coming?
there's. Do you guys have you heard of this band called the Muse? And can we get Beatles? No. So your question's a reasonable question though, which is not can we have more Beatles DLC? The answer to which is like sure, if you have the masters, I'll do them right now. And we would love more songs from the Beatles, and we still have a great relationship with them, and we never want to say no because there's always a chance that we'll have some great stuff to announce soon. But there's nothing confirmed, and we don't have anything like actively in the pipeline. We are making 2 pretty humongous fucking games right now, so we've been pretty busy.
It's also worth pointing out that it took us almost 2.5 years to pull the first deal with the Beatles together.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I did a demo for that game in 2007, like early 2007, to try and persuade them. So yeah, it was a long time. But the to
we still
answer
have more songs than iTunes.
yeah, we still. Oh yeah, boom, in your face, Apple.
Well, that's right. Yeah, you beat him to the punch.
It is the real music platform. iTunes is the real music platform. They have like a billion songs. But the to update old Beatles content, similar thing to Rock Band 3, which is I think right now we're looking at. We have the physical capability of doing it, but again, there's no audio streams. To re-author all the gameplay, resubmit it, reprice it.
Probably the number of lanes would probably need another.
Right. The game's not built for that. Since that stuff's not coming into Rock Band 3, we can't just have it be like, oh, inside of Rock Band 3 it would totally work. It doesn't work like that right now. It's definitely, is there an alarm clock like in the audience? Wake up. If you're asleep right now in the panel, wake up. It's time to listen. So the short answer to your question is no, not right now. Okay. And maybe, hopefully, in the future, I pray every day.
We all do. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Sorry that we don't have good answers.
John Lennon's Imagine in Rock Band 3.
John Lennon's Imagine is in Rock Band 3. Close. And then we have Paul McCartney DLC.
Hi, I was just wondering if the strum limit that's present in Rock Band 1 and 2 is going to be present in Rock Band 3.
There is no strum limit in Rock Band 3. Let us never ask me this question ever again.
Alright, thanks.
Specific.
Seriously though, like there was for people wondering what the hell we were just talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There was ever since like the pre-Rock Band games that Harmonix was doing.
You can say the words Guitar Hero.
Rock Band guitar.
Like it's not a secret that we worked on this.
I fear for my life.
You fear for your life?
Yeah.
Dan Hammer's gonna snipe you from the back of the room.
I've learned not to say anything that could offend John Drew.
Nah, you're fine.
But yeah, there was some stuff we put in sort of make sure that everyone could sort of play all the songs reliably, and part of that was sort of removing double strums that happened too close together, like more than we had authored notes. And technically, Score Hero called that the strum limit. It's kind of not a strum limit, but either way, it's gone now. You can strum to your heart's content, even though there's no notes for you to hit there.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. Not like everybody. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the 500 people who are really upset about that, you are totally welcome.
So now that the full set list is out, there are no...
It is? Oh, yeah,
now that 83 songs in the set list are out, there are no Harmonix bands on disc. Is that the end of Harmonix bands and on disc?
Well, they still exist. We didn't Harmonix can't cancel all of our bands. Yeah. I guess they can make us work really hard, which they do already. No, I mean, I think that we're still looking to do a bunch of those bands through Rock Band Network. I mean, I know that Helen's band, Tijuana Sweetheart, is working on Rock Band Network stuff. My band's in Rock Band Network. Amin's band, Spirit Kid, who used to be in the Sterns, is in Rock Band Network. Daniel's band, the Acrobats, is in Rock Band Network. Ben Camaro's in Rock Band Network. So we have the tools to do... Right, exactly, right? And they have a new track that came out last week. You should all go buy it.